So, Sabu, I said when this month started, I said in the press conferences we're going to have to be very clever about how we manage the players. And it's just, as I said, it's just turned out that this weekend, a couple of the guys from the Springboks came back, needed some time off. Some guys have worked really hard to get a game, and I just felt that it's a home game. It's a good opportunity for some boys who pushed really hard to get a nice start. And the combination, as I put together, is I said earlier to the media here, 3 Springboks, probably 5 guys, 6 guys who won a Currie Cup final. 2 guys played in a Super Rugby final 3 times. So there's enough experience there. Enough, I suppose, old wiser heads. If you look at the team, there's generally the average age of this team is quite high. It's not, even though there's 1 or 2 youngsters, the average age of this team is quite high, and that's why I think again I think it's a nice balanced group. So taking nothing away from Lyon, I know how strong top 14 rugby is. I know how strong European Cup rugby is. It's an opportunity, and I think we're going to have to be clever, not only in this game, next week, the following week, and it goes all the way through till the end of January before we get another break in the Six Nations.
Follow-up questions, Smoo?
Yeah, a lot of teams have used this, to sort of put their Springboks in the window shop, and you've kind of reined yours back. Are the guys not feeling like, they're missing out on a historic first European clash? Some of them who are obviously of a higher caliber, who are Springboks in this weekend's fixture.
Interesting question, Sabu. I don't know. I think every guy in our squad appreciates that we do what's best for the team. It's not a question of, because it's the first European Cup game, everybody who's played and wants to play should just be given that chance. So I didn't think of it like that. I've sat with a group from when I started here. We pick a team every week we think can win. We pick a team that we feel needs to get a chance. We do what's needed. I think that's important. We do what's needed for us as a group. And what we need now is not the emotional side of it's a European Cup game and some Springboks would like to play. A lot of boys have been working really hard and want to play as well, Sabu. So, and I think one thing coaches can do is create hope. There's no use talking and saying you will get a chance, you will get a chance, you will get a chance, and you never pick the kid. So it's I never thought of what you said to me, but I suppose the ethos of the group is we want to do what's best for the group, not for the player.
Thanks, Boo. Simon?
Simon? Have you muted him?
No, Simon is on mute, but we're not picking up any audio. Simon, we're not picking up any audio. Any other questions, Carl, Warren?
Can I squeeze in longer just to fill in the airspace?
Over it, Boo.
Coach, you're speaking about the emotion of it. This week has been all about emotion, with Spunkosi's sort of battle. How have you tried to keep the focus on Lyon and just your view on Spunkosi needing a break and being granted one by the CEO?
Yeah. So, Sabu, I know the boy very, very well. I was at the same school as him. I know his background. I know the old boys who got a hold of him to move him from Barberton to Jeppe. I've had long chats to him. I think what's important now is that he just gets given time to get himself right. And I think the more media and the more talk probably doesn't help him. And that's why I think, Sabu, for me, even the players are letting him, obviously get himself sorted. It's not a nice place for a young guy to be in. And we're very conscious at the Bulls, saying we always do what's best for the team. We also have to appreciate that there's human element to it as well. So, I hope you understand me when I say team comes first, we do what's needed, but at the same time, we also appreciate that, some guys need their space. I think it's been an opportunity for me to readdress the importance of the things that can go wrong in sports people's lives. We take it for granted. Young boys earn a lot of money, play at the highest level, We think that because of that, they have everything together. Sports people are human. They also have problems. They also have things they got to deal with. They also have different backgrounds. Yeah. So I suppose what I'm saying, Sabu, we're very conscious of the fact he needs time, he needs space, he needs to get his life right, and we will help. The CEO said it. I'm saying it. Old boys of Jeppy have contacted me. Anybody who knows him is going to help him. So I'm sure in the next road to his development and to his to getting his life back on track, we'll do whatever we can to help him.
Cool. Thanks, Boo. James Petit, have you got a question?
James, you're right there. James, James Petit, Oh.
All right, cool. In the absence of further questions online, we're all good. Sbu, no last questions.
Cool. At the risk of turning this into a one-on-one, last question, cool. Coach, from me. Wandisile Simelane again at fullback. If I'm remembering the team correctly, are you sticking to your plan for him? Is he bought into that plan in terms of playing a position he's obviously didn't play at the Lions? And are you interested to see how the French can play tactically well in terms of finding space behind the defense? To see how we will cope this weekend.
Yeah, Sabu. I mean, yes. So to answer your question, he's very happy. He understands the plan. I know he can play 13. Everyone knows he can play 13. We're probably lucky in that we've got lots of guys that are playing well at 13. I mean, if you look at Lionel Mapu, Cornel Hendricks, I mean, they can both play 13 as well. We know that Lekanya is the incumbent. Chances are very unlikely that someone's going to surpass him in the next year or two. So, I mean, when Wandisile is playing there because I want him to develop his game, and you're right, the French teams can expose him like anyone can. But I can tell you if they kick poorly and he catches it, then they're going to have to defend because, he can turn something in from nothing. And a little bit like Kirtley, when he's got the ball in his hands and he's running towards you, he can obviously create magic. So he might make mistakes, Sabu. I'm sure that sure that all players are, but not because he's not trying, not because he hasn't got an understanding. And as I said, I mean, I not just him, David Kriel can play 12, 13 wing. Cornel can play 12, 13 wing. Goosen can play 10, 12 fullback. The reality is the more guys I've got like that in my backline, that's the philosophy we want at the Bulls, the better it's going to be. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Wandi obviously just develop more and more in that position.
Cool. Thanks, guys.